This video is going to show you how to glaze something that has a lid. When we're firing things with lids, we want to fire it with the lid on in most cases. Once in a while there'll be an exception. But that's so that if this warps in the firing, the lid warps with it and they still fit when they come out. So you can see here this lid has a little flange, and what I've done is I've already gone ahead and I kind of waxed this very, very carefully, right? Because wax, if it gets anywhere where you don't want it, will be there, and you have to kind of bisque fire it to get rid of it. I also waxed this edge. So this is one option. The other option is just to sponge everything off really well after you glaze it. But the main goal is to not have any glaze between the lid and the piece so that you can get them apart after the firing. So we're going to go ahead and glaze this in stony white, and then I'm actually going to sponge it back and show you how you can show this texture with a glaze, not just with the stains and on-goes. So come with me. Here's the stony white. Sorry about that loud noise. Here's the stony white. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up. And then because I'm just going to glaze the whole thing, I'm just going to dump it in there. I just want the whole thing to be the same color. And same with the lid. So I'm just going to try and hold on to that waxy part so I can get it wherever I want. Oh, missed a spot. There we go. Let the drips come off. And there we go. So you can see, you can actually see the pattern pretty well now, but it will be like a, you know, more of a white and white look. If you want to though, you can sponge it off and have the clay reveal with the white in the creases. So we're going to do that. Let me set this here for now. And then we'll show you how to do that. Back over here again. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take a sponge and really, let me see where the camera is. Okay. And really make sure I get any glaze that's on the rim off so that it doesn't stick. Even these little areas here, that's too close for comfort. So just like when you have wax on the bottom, you still have to sponge it off to make sure that there's no glaze. And then for the outside, I'm actually going to start sponging it, and you can see I can reveal that texture. We'll just do that all around. And then on the bottom, I just make sure that these little feet are completely cleaned off as much as possible. You don't want to take too much off. If you take too much off, then you won't have, see, I almost took a little bit too much off there. Then you won't have the white in the texture, laying in the texture. So you want to just be kind of gentle with the way that you approach this. And there you have it. That one's almost done. I'm just going to take off this glaze from the bottom too, so it all matches. It'll also help keep it from sticking. Alright, and then we'll do that to the lid. Hopefully this is where you guys can see it. And that should be good. That's going to be a nice detail to reveal that texture of the stamps and stuff that I put on this slab before I made this. I'm going to go back in, see where it's wax, and even where these little glaze pockets are, I'm just going to sponge those off to make sure there's no glaze at all anywhere that could possibly cause a problem. I might actually take the glaze off the edge here. As you can see, I'm just kind of being ultra careful. And you don't want to put a real runny glaze on the lid because it will run onto the piece and maybe seal the lid shut. And there you have it. Then I can stack these together and I can just take them out and set them out to be fired. And that's how they'll put it in the kiln.